For tonight, and tonight only, I will join you. I will join you in worshipping at the feet of St. Greta of climate change.
How dare you!
Fire and brimstone coming down from the skies. Rivers and seas boiling.
40 years of darkness, earthquakes, volcanoes.
The dead rising from the grave. Human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria.
These are basically people you're saying who believe that Bill Nye is actually a science guy and not just a buffoon created by television.
Exactly.
I want to talk to those of you who are woke and who are open to rational argument. A small minority, I accept.
For more than 30 years, the science has been crystal clear.
Our atmosphere seems to be getting warmer. This is bad. Well, it's been calculated a few degrees rise in the Earth's temperature would melt the polar ice caps. And if this happens, an inland sea would fill a good portion of the Mississippi Valley.
Imagine you're Xi Jinping, the leader of China. When you were 10 years old, there was a revolution, a cultural revolution in your country, and people came and they put your father in prison. Your mother had to denounce him. Your sister killed herself. And you, no longer enjoying the protection of your formerly powerful father, were sent to a village where you lived in a cave house. And here you are, decades later. You have clawed your way up the bloody and greasy pole of Chinese politics to be the undisputed supreme leader of the very Communist Party that destroyed your family. Where do you think climate change ranks on Xi Jinping's list of priorities?
If that were really true, which you believe, the financial institutions, the banks of this world know it's not going to happen. Otherwise, you couldn't get a goddamn loan in London. You know those 30, 40-year mortgages? The world will be over by then.
120 million people in China do not have enough food. I don't mean that they don't get dessert. I mean they suffer from malnutrition. That means that their immune system is breaking down because they don't have enough food.
Can you imagine somebody having $32 million and this person has nothing and you can sleep?
A third of all children who live in extreme poverty in the world live in India. That means they are starving and dying of preventable disease. You are not going to get these people to stay poor. You're not even going to get them to not want to be richer.
I think if you're going to converse with people, if you're actually going to have a reasonable conversation with them, I think it has to be about the facts.
I mean, there's a beautiful documentary actually produced by like the most leftist guy there is. He's the executive producer. I don't say he made it. It's called Planet of the Humans. Do yourself a favor, your listeners, watch that.
Okay.
To suggest that all of the power used for these cars will be generated from wind and solar in the very near future would not be correct. In fact, we're talking about charging these up at night, so there won't be any solar at that time. So we're down to wind, and very often at night the wind does fall off. So
I don't think coal is bad. The what?
Big battle. Mountain top removal.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's got lovely BTUs. It's got lovely energy value.
In environmental leader Bill McKibben's home state of Vermont, the Green Mountain State, a site was being cleared for the installation of wind turbines. Have you asked Mr. McKibben to come see that?
He thinks anything renewable is good.
The environmental groups are extremely supportive.
It just basically shows why green energy doesn't work. I want it to work. It doesn't work.
And that
they don't want a population of citizens capable of critical thinking.
Cheeky later.